All right, everybody, today we're in BrookeWater, one of Rosenberg, Texas, and Fort Bend County's newest communities. We can't wait to show it to you. Let's go.
Hi everyone, I'm Amber Moore.
And I'm Bret Wallace.
And we're your Houston local
guide.
guide. Okay, so isn't this lovely to, one, be in air conditioning right now, but two, we are standing inside of Highland Homes' new model here in BrookeWater. So what can we say? They've knocked it out of the park once again. Absolutely sensational. The color palette here is gorgeous.
But nothing that matches purple.
I know, but it's a little I know, I didn't know what the color palette was coming in. Sorry about that, but they are all about color.
So you might be asking, where is BrookeWater exactly? We married in Rosenberg. Yeah. Okay, so it's about 35 minutes southwest of downtown Houston with no traffic. So don't blame me if you're in traffic and it takes you 45 minutes or an hour. About 30 minutes from the Galleria and about 5 miles, I guess, from the Fort Bend County Fairgrounds and Epicenter, which it's Fort Bend County Fair. It's that time of the year.
I'm just glad I followed you. And all I remember about the county fairgrounds is back in the 90s when Red Hot Chili Peppers was coming and it was like the big news of the town.
Yeah. And
kind of an upset, kind of like the Woodstock coming to,
it was Lollapalooza. Wow, you're dating yourself. And the fact that I knew about it, I was like 10 years old hearing about it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
He probably snuck in. In any case, no, the location really is fantastic. It's always nice to come to the south side, which is where we are from, but where you still live. So this is really going to be
where
a community.
I still hail.
Yeah, I know. You're really going to be selling a lot out here, I feel like.
Yeah, and probably a lot of Highland. But that's
always the goal.
They have a lot of different product lines, a lot of different builders. We're in Model Home Road now, so let's actually get further into the video, show them what the options are and what else the community has to offer.
Okay.
So Amber, the developer behind BrookeWater is a company that I did a little research on, and I don't know what other communities they've done in the Houston area, but they're not just they're not a household name. So when I researched them, I'm like, oh, they're big, right? So it's Hines.
Not the ketchup, everybody.
Correct, Hines.
Thank you.
It's a privately owned global real estate investment firm founded, I don't know, just in 1957.
Okay.
So they're not a fly-by-night developer. They have a presence in 285 cities and 28 countries. They oversee investment assets under management totaling approximately $90 billion.
Billion
yes,
dollars.
Exactly,
okay.
With the pinky, with the Austin Powers pinky.
Here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the most notable project they've done in this area that I saw was First Colony.
Yeah, we know that one.
Yeah, exactly. A 9,700 acre master plan community that has a current population of more than 60,000 residents here in Sugar Land, Texas.
That's incredible.
Yeah, when they go big, right? So yeah, Hines, that is the developer behind BrookeWater.
And this is apparently the largest lot development project in Houston since First Colony, which is really interesting. And BrookeWater is set out to be an 850 acre community that will have actually 2,400 single-family homes upon completion. So there's a ways to go here.
Exactly. So, like you said, since First Colony, BrookeWater is the biggest one they've done here in the Houston area. Yeah. So cool.
And what I love here, right, we are doing the opening shots out here on Model Home Row. There is an incredible builder lineup here. Obviously, our favorite, we have to give a shout out to Highland Homes and Tracy. Thank you so much for giving us an invitation out here. And
happy birthday, even though this won't be coming out for weeks, but happy birthday, Tracy.
Yes. Brightland Homes on the 50 and 60 foot section, Chesmar Homes, the 45 and 60 foot, David Weekly in the 45 and 50 foot section.
55.
Oh, sorry, thank you. Highland Homes on the 40 foot, great product. Perry Homes on the 40 foot, Weston Homes on the 55 foot. So.
Did you mention Ashton Woods in the 50?
I said Ashton Woods, but just thought I would start with the builder name, and then I thank you. So yeah. And did you see which model home they did here, Bret?
Which one?
The Avery. That's like one of their showstopper floor plans. You love that one.
Yeah, that was the one we saw in Del Rose.
Yes.
Out in Hockley.
Yeah, and it's done so well that they just like, hey, we're gonna keep up with a good thing. So the prices look really good out here, Bret, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Range from the low 300s to the low 500s from what we're seeing right now. Again, we're in the very beginning stages of this community,
Right.
and prices are only going to go up from here, especially if you're getting one of these lots that are the more desired ones, your bigger cul-de-sac lots, your if there's any water lots or oversized lots. But yeah, those are going to go for a premium. But yeah, for the 300s to 500s, it's a great price point.
Yeah. And there's going to be some great amenities out here. They're going to have a resort style water amenity and pool, pavilion, and more than 200 acres of parks, which really is incredible. Recreational items, lakes, open space, walking trails, nature preserves, playgrounds, and an on-site daycare. That's
That's
pretty
cool. So when you think about it, when you have 200 acres of parks and recreation, like open space and trails and preserves, if it's an 850 acre community, you're almost, again,
quarter.
8th video in a row I've said this, and I don't have a calculator on me, but you're between 20 and 25% of your community is, the open space and the common areas. And, a lot of developers are sitting here like analyzing, how can we squeeze, 6 more homes in this section? We can take away from this, that park doesn't need to go there. Or, it's really hard to, be a for-profit company and try to churn out as much money as you can into development, because it is not cheap, and it is not for the faint-hearted to develop master plan communities or even non-master plan communities. But the developers, they do a great job of trying to strike a balance between, profitability and then also giving the residents a community that has a feel, and not everybody's like in each other's business every.
Speaking of, I just learned something really interesting, and I will not say which community or developer, but after what was the latest storm that we had come through?
Beryl.
After Beryl came through, this developer had to spend $750,000, because there's a lot of trees in this particular area I'm talking about, to just do cleanup. $750,000 just because of one act of God. So when you think about the liability, the responsibility, the financials at stake, yeah, I can really appreciate what your point is here, Bret, about how much space they're going to leave open to residents to enjoy.
Yeah, and that's why it is nice to. So when we first started, there was developments a lot closer into the city of Houston, and now everything's been moving out. Fort Bend County, Fulshire, Cypress is, on fire, and things are going out and pushing out further than that.
Hockley.
Even Hockley, like Jubilee, like. So when you can procure land, and your land position isn't just such a crazy price point, you have the luxury to have sections that have a little more width to the lots, a little more space between the homes, and a lot more common area. So that is like the sweet spot. You don't want to live 2 hours from the city, if you're commuting, obviously, and you have a lot of stuff to do in the city. So these kind of strike the balance, like I've said, between, nice rural country. I wouldn't say country, but suburban lifestyle, but also proximity to the city. So, that's what developers are always trying to do. So this community does it very well.
Right. And so just coming off of amenities, it looks like for the year 2024, the HOA is going to be $1,200 a year, which is really on par with what you would expect for what's coming here. So about $100 a month. And then, so all the kids that live out here will be going to a Lamar Consolidated ISD school. So, Bret, we have Beasley Elementary, Navarro Middle School, George Junior High, and Terry High School. So that's the current zoning right now. And it looks like they also plan to build a school on site within the community, which is going to be fantastic for kids going to elementary school.
Correct. It is scheduled to be an elementary school. So, yeah, that's always a nice thing when you have the little kiddos closer to home.
Yeah, because after I drive 30 minutes one way each way twice a day.
That's an hour. I had my calculator out, people.
It's kind of, And the tax rate right now in 2024 is 3.18% before any exemptions. Okay, so that's BrookeWater. I absolutely love it out here. And of course, there's a great builder lineup. And we always say this, the best time to buy is right when sales start, right? You're gonna get the best sales opportunity then. And obviously, if you have us as your realtor, you're going to get the best deal, really.
Weren't you just asking at lunch, like, how can we drum up some more business? She's like, right now happens to be the best time. I'm just kidding. We don't need any business, but please buy now.
And of course, all of our contact information is below. Call, text, email us anytime, and we can't wait to see you again here next week.